We are fucking Warbeast!
And you're watching Midwest Music Scene. Bring it!
Yeah.
This is David with Midwest Music Scene. We're here with Warbeast. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
A little lubrication in for the show.
Yeah.
Ready for the show here?
Talent juice.
Yeah. So this is the opening night of this tour with Philip. I mean, how y'all feeling? Y'all ready for the show? Ready for the tour?
I'm feeling pretty good, you know. One thing is we tour with Philip quite a bit, and all the road crew and sound guy, it's kind of family to us, so we feel we're already comfortable, besides, you know, opening up for somebody we didn't know.
Yeah.
So on that note, I feel pretty good, but, you know, like he said, once we get our talent juice in and lube the tube up, get the guitars in tune.
We're running out of time. I got to drink fast.
So, I mean, with that, you guys obviously have some kind of relationship with Phil. I mean, he did, what was it, the Destroy album?
Well, yeah, he's produced all of our albums.
Produced all of them, yeah. Oh, wow. Man, that's crazy. So you guys...
We all go way back to the 80s with Phil.
Back with Pantera and...
Yeah,
before Pantera, actually. He used to come out to Rigor Mortis shows, and he'd start the pit. Like, who is this crazy fucker, man? And we became friends.
Wow, man, that's crazy. So you guys really have been...
We're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know you guys are on Phil's label.
Right.
So how did that come about? I mean, was that
It was kind of crazy because, I mean, like 2007, we got a message on MySpace from somebody saying, hey, you want to go out on the road with the Arson Anthem, talking about Rigor Mortis.
Yeah.
And so we were like, hell yeah, and it was, you know, Arson Anthem's Phil's band where he plays guitar. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where, you know, me and Casey got hooked up with Phil again, and I just kind of mentioned the new band, and I wasn't like trying to get him to sign us, but I wanted him to hear the band. So we got him a demo, and that's kind of how it all came to be, you know. I mean, he ended up liking it and called me up and said he wanted first chance to sign us, and so here we are. You know?
So here you are. You guys are on big tour. It's pretty awesome.
Another big tour with Phil. You know, 3 tours with Down. Just in the last year, he's taken us out on. He's done us good, man.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So, I was speaking about stuff like that. Like, how did you come into the mix with these guys?
Well, you know, it's kind of weird. I knew that they were kind of having some problems with their bass player not being able to tour so much, and we were doing some Rigor Mortis stuff, and then tragically Mike passed away on stage, and a little while later their bass player bailed, and Bruce called me and was like, you wouldn't want to go on the road with us. We're opening up for Gwar. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, shit, man, because, I mean, you know, I pretty much get away with murder when I'm around Gwar these days because I'm so part of the Gwar corporation and shit. So, so it was, I was like, fuck yeah, man. I mean, you know, I was sitting around doing nothing, and, you know, I was like the fucking best thrash band and you know, around our, you know, our area, so it was a no-brainer. So hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So off we went.
Is this your first time out with Phil?
Well, we were on that Arson Anthem thing, but other than that,
Yeah. All right. Well, so what are you guys' plans after this tour? I mean, do you have anything coming up? I mean, I know you guys just did the split with Phil.
Yeah, we're playing those songs tonight. Well, we got some, you know, shows lined up. We're doing the, you know, horror convention, the Housecore Horror Convention in Austin in October, which we're excited about. A few shows mixed in here and there, but we're already talking about, you know, maybe starting to write.
Yeah, probably start writing more material.
Yeah. I mean, so have you guys, like, do you guys demo on the road? I mean, do you guys just go home and write, send each other demos?
I usually go home and write.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know when a riff pops up.
Yeah.
You know, but pretty much just do it at home, you know. The road's so busy.
Yeah,
you know,
makes sense.
We don't have all the luxuries of a mobile recording studio.
back lounge recording.
Recording in the back, in the bathroom and shit. Yeah. So, I noticed you guys have a really badass logo. Who came up with that?
Wow, that's interesting.
Well, it was a friend of ours, Carcass John Fossum.
Yeah.
Is actually, he does all of our artwork. Mm-hmm. You know, we throw in some ideas and he takes it, you know, and then we critique it, you know, over and over. We drive the guy crazy, but he hangs in there and deals with us, and he usually comes up with some.
Yeah, and he put in a little bit of metal influences all through it. Of course, the B&E is from the Beatles, which is find that very interesting. The W's from, there's hot sauce all over it.
I wasn't the only one.
The W is from the werewolf movie. The R, I think, is you know, metal R. Of course, the A being the star. pentagram, and the
S's Kiss.
S, and the upside down cross. So it has all the essential things of a metal
and the A is
logo.
the anarchy
And the
symbol.
A is the anarchy. Yeah, I
Hands
can't spell. I
anarchy.
forgot about that.
And that's like it could be Kiss, Slayer,
Yeah.
Kiss.
or
Slayer.
Nazi,
Or not.
whatever.
So it's got all these. So yeah.
So, file sharing. I know everybody has an opinion on it. I gotta know, like, what do you think? Like, the legal stuff, like, does it help? Does it hurt? I mean,
Well, it's probably don't help the label out, especially when it leaks before the album's actually released. You know what I mean? But I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's just there's no preventing it. You try to fight it a little just to, get that first week of sales to get some of your money back
Yeah.
for what it cost to make the album. Is all you're,
Yeah.
hoping to do at least. So.
It's baffling. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm always questioning why people even want to do it. I mean, what they get out of it, but it happens. People do it, and we battle it for about 3 months with the lawyers, and then we start waving the white flag and just let it roll. Like that.
Hopefully sell lots of T-shirts on the road.
Yeah.
Well, we hear that side of it that people are like, well, I want to see if I like y'all, and then I might come to your show and buy a shirt, and then I'm like, well, that's all great, but what if we never come to your town? Then
we can't tour because you just stole our shit. So.
Yeah, it sucks. It's changed. The whole business has changed. I mean, record sales are way low. I mean, Guar was. We found out we were 96 on the Billboard charts a couple years ago, and we were like all excited. Wow, that's kick ass. So we realized that was only 2,000 records sold that week. I mean, 10, 15 years ago it would have been 20,000 records to make it to that point. But there's just so few records. Physical records are being sold these days. It seems like and everybody's downloading, and that stuff gets reported differently.
Yeah, now it does to that. Yeah, I mean,
and then on top of that, there's 10 times as many bands as there were, even like 10 years ago. I mean, anybody can be in a band. Anybody can go get 1,000 CDs made and pressed for $1,000, and so it's the competition as far as like especially on a smaller club level. I mean, every night of the week now there's 8 bands playing every club every night of the week because there's just so many fucking bands. So nobody's making hardly any money unless you're sort of at the higher level, and there's a big gap between 90% of all of us bands and then the 10% that are making big money, and it's crazy. I mean, I would definitely not suggest anybody go into this business if they want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if they do go in this business to make money, go into management, go be a guitar tech,
do something
become a sound.
everybody else makes money but the actual band members. I mean,
If you play really good, I had a guy come up, he said, man, I really liked y'all, I went ahead and bought your CD. I'd already had illegally downloaded it, but
there you go.
Such a good job, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. I said, well, thank you for being honest, and, means we got to try even harder to get that, the illegal sale and the proper sale.
There are a lot of people, real music fans will buy your stuff, even if they download it first. They're liable to buy it. I know people that'll buy, several copies of the record if they like your band.
You like to have the physical CD in your hand. I mean, that's the best way to do it, right?
Well, yeah, and you got to give them a good cover, and maybe throw extra song on the, especially like vinyl and stuff, which is harder to bootleg, online stuff. If you have an extra song on a vinyl only deal, you kind of got to think outside the box, as far as things to make money and merch. You got to have different stuff. If you come through the same place a couple of times, you can't just bring the same T-shirt every time because you're not going to sell them the next second or third time.
Tour-specific T-shirts, every single.
Well, you just try to mix it up. So if you do have fans when you come back to that town, they're going to go, oh, I don't have that one. So
right.
You give them something that they can spend their burger flipping bucks on, and help out the band. But
yeah, I mean, you're hard pressed to find hard rock, heavy metal bands selling 50,000 records, 20,000.
Yeah,
I mean, I just read today the Five Finger Death Punch are selling like 95 to 105,000 copies of their album is what is projected next week, which is insane for a hard rock band nowadays.
Yeah, right.
That's insane. I mean, getting to that level is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it kills us because we end up having to spend money to be able to go out on these tours, and we've lost like 3 members of this band after a few tours just because
they can't
they're like,
afford to.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, hey, I can't do this anymore,
So buy those records.
Y'all heard it. Buy them. Do not download those.
You really are supporting the band to keep the band going. It's no joke.
The truth came out.
Clubs take their percentage with merch, which I think is total bullshit, outdated.
Do they really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, clubs take a percentage of merch. You don't get a percentage off the alcohol sales, so I don't think it's a fair practice.
Yeah, that's
I think
dumb.
it's an outdated dinosaur
I didn't even know that.
practice. But I mean, you got a band that sells maybe $200-300 worth of shirts, and that's fucking gas money to get to the next town. And they come in and take 50%. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's hard. It's I mean, I've been doing this for 35 years. And it's fucking hard.
I can imagine, man.
I don't know what else I would do, so I keep doing it.
That makes sense. So, what are you guys currently listening to? Like, what's something that you guys are just like, I can't wait for this to come out, or something that's already out that you're like, y'all got to listen to this?
We don't like music.
You don't
Phil
like music?
Anselmo and the Illegals.
And the Illegals?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm listening to that
Walk
daily.
through Exits only? Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a big supporter of Havoc. They're a great new thrash band.
Yeah,
I think they've definitely did their studying up on the old thrash and their young, the new generation, and they really do a good quality job. So I support Havoc. Good band. Yeah.
Listen to tons of Slayer and
Well, we always
old
listen to the
influences and
classics and our
stuff.
favorites, but we like when bands, they'll give us their new stuff.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there's so many that we like that are good friends of ours now. Ghoul and
Cool.
yeah, they're good bands. So I love listening, supporting bands we're friends with.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. So now I got kind of a dumb question. If y'all could be any superhero or supervillain, who or what would you be? I know this guy's got a good answer.
What's
your guess? What's your guess?
think?
I don't know, man. I'd call you a Bane.
A what?
Bane, you're kind of
Oh
big.
no, he's gonna break my back.
Who's that?
Come
He's the guy
on,
that broke
damn.
Batman's back, dude. In the new movie.
Yeah, he's big, huge guy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying more like Thor or Hulk.
I picture you more of a
Hulk
bad
smash.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always this guy's Hulk. Yeah, yeah. What?
So I was never a big superhero guy. I collected like Conan comics because he was a fucking just a badass. He was new. He wasn't good or bad. He was a fucking mercenary. He was
I love
a thief. He was just a bad. He always had fucking hot chicks and he was always drunk. It's fucking So I always liked him because he didn't have powers. He was just a badass.
Yeah. So.
Well, anybody
That's all you.
that kind of already halfway knows me already knows it's Batman, because that's I got my name Bruce from Batman Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
So
Yep. Awesome.
I'm a Batman fanatic. Hey man, John, come over here real quick. This is John Garrett. He's playing on this tour with us, filling in on
What's
drums.
happening?
What's going on, man?
He's ready to do his first.
Absolutely.
Ready to do your first show?
Talk to
First show, officially second show with
Yeah,
these
that's
guys.
true.
But first show of the tour.
Yeah.
Beyond excited.
Yeah.
And it's going to be incredible, dude.
It'll be incredible?
Yeah,
Excited
incredible.
for it?
I feel like it is. Hopefully it is. But yeah, it definitely will be, for sure.
Just make sure that it is.
It is, man. I'm
Damn.
lucky enough that these guys actually gave me an opportunity to do this, man. So
And we're lucky enough he could learn it and is a bad motherfucker. Right?
Yeah, he learned all this shit. Really quick.
He learned it fast, is what I'm saying.
So we're in the presence of a badass motherfucker right
well, I wouldn't say that, but if
Yeah.
anybody else does,
We'll say it for you.
here. All right. So I think that's all I have for you guys. I mean, do you guys have any questions? I mean, anything that y'all want to tell people, fans? I mean, just
Support the bands you like. Spend a few bucks on them. Help them out. Give them a place to sleep. Buy their shirts. Buy their shit and give it to a friend of yours
Buy
who
us a
doesn't
steak
have it.
dinner.
Whatever. It helps. Every little bit helps. It's hard out
If
here.
you haven't heard of Warbeast, check it out. Start with Destroy, then you do your research and go back and see how the history was created. And you may like it, you may not, but don't buy it illegal. Don't pirate.
Just come see us whenever we come through. That's all I can ask.
We always deliver the goods.